Dear Sagittarius souls, come a little closer, because today, the space around you is vibrating in a very different rhythm. Not loud, not dramatic, but deep, quiet, and intentional. I can feel a powerful protective force moving closer to your life right now, not to walk the path for you, but to open the way. At the exact moment, you have already walked far enough on your own 2 feet. Before we go any deeper into this message, I want you to pause for just one breath. Allow yourself to be fully present here. And if you feel something in your chest, quietly nodding in recognition, acknowledge that connection by liking this video and following the channel, not for the algorithm, but for energetic alignment, the kind that allows this message to reach you more clearly. And please, stay with me until the very end, because a figure of intellectual authority is about to be revealed. Someone with the power to shift the entire direction of your situation. If you are truly ready to change the trajectory of your life, as I tune into Sagittarius energy, I see a bright path ahead. Not an easy path, but a true one. Take a deep breath, feel the atmosphere soften, feel your heart opening, not in defense, but in reception. So many times, you have felt like the only one rowing the boat against the current. You are not afraid of hardship. Sagittarius was born to go far, but what has exhausted you is the feeling of carrying everything alone, even when you were doing the right thing. Today, I need you to hear this clearly. The phase of standing alone is coming to an end, and if that resonates with you, write in the comments, I am ready to receive fair guidance and the support I deserve. Because when you write those words, you are not just speaking to me, you are declaring to the universe that you are ready to step into a new level of awareness, one where you no longer have to prove your worth through endurance and suffering. As this energy activates, I feel a powerful center of clarity forming. It is the union of clear thinking and unshakable ethics. What appears is not a specific person, but a symbol of authoritative wisdom. Someone who represents law, structure, truth, but not cold, not detached. This is the kind of person who understands people before they understand procedure. Many Sagittarius souls have faced situations where your words were distorted, your efforts were dismissed, or fairness seemed to arrive only for everyone else. You may have asked yourself, will the truth ever actually be seen? Today's message answers, yes, and unmistakably so. This intellectual force does not appear to judge you. They arrive to cut through confusion, to dismantle misunderstandings, stagnation, and unfair systems that have held you back for far too long. And here is the part that stands out most. I feel a spiritual resonance between you and this presence, as if your soul recognized them before your mind could even understand what was happening. As the current continues to unfold, a symbol of perfect balance emerges. And no, this is not coincidence. This is confirmation that everything is being recalibrated. If you have been waiting for important information, a response, a decision that affects your rights, your dignity, or your long-term direction, prepare yourself, because the justice arriving now is not only human law, it is living cause and effect, a force that has been watching every quiet effort you made. What moves me most is the sense that the outcome will not just be acceptable, it will be right, and it will liberate you, not only solving the issue, but restoring your respect for yourself. In the end, the energy of recognition and victory begins to spread, not loudly, not dramatically, but clearly. You will not need to explain yourself. You will not need to defend your truth. The truth will stand on its own. Those who once doubted you will be forced to look again, not because you seek revenge, but because you remain steady inside your truth. So, what is the deeper lesson for Sagittarius right now? Strength does not always mean walking alone. Trusting the right person at the right time is also a form of wisdom. And sometimes, the greatest step forward in life is the moment you allow support to enter without believing that it makes you weaker. Lower your guard, not so you can be hurt, but so you can be guided. Because this time, the help arriving is not here to test you further. It is here to lift you out of stagnation and place you back where you truly belong. The next card appearing in Sagittarius reading softens the entire field of energy. It is the star. Its presence feels like cool water, touching the soul. After a long season of tension, the star is not only about hope, it is about restoring trust. Trust that life still has order, that integrity still exists, and that nothing you endured was ever meaningless. For Sagittarius, the star confirms that after conflicts with systems, after administrative obstacles, after feeling restrained by rigid structures, a period of deep peace is opening. Not surface-level calm, but the kind of peace where the mind finally rests and the heart begins to heal. The intelligent support revealed earlier does not only bring practical solutions, it restores something essential: your faith in human fairness. In this reading, I see them as a guiding light in the dark, not controlling, not judging, quietly leading you towards safe ground where you can pause, exhale, and recover. What you need to understand right now is this: what you are experiencing is not punishment. It is a lesson about discernment, knowing when to stand on your own and when to allow help to stand with you. Sagittarius is used to handling everything alone, used to moving forward without complaint. But true strength does not always mean carrying more. Sometimes, it means allowing yourself to be protected. This support is the answer to the silent question you once asked in the dark: is anyone truly on my side? Now, the answer is yes. And it is clear. And it is tangible. It may have a face, a voice, or a signal you recognize immediately. Even if you have never met before, the energy of the star softens rigid logic and strict principles. It shows that what comes next will flow more naturally, and that you will be held by a higher order throughout this process. So release the anxiety about deadlines, about minor details. Everything is being arranged in the most optimal way for your long-term growth. I sense that some Sagittarius souls are carrying quiet concerns about money or related costs, but the cards show fair adjustments, reasonable agreements, and solutions that prevent you from being placed at a disadvantage. The motivation of this support does not come from personal gain. It comes from a desire to restore order and transparency. You will recognize them, not by grand promises, but by how they communicate: clear, calm, direct. They look at you and speak truthfully, offering a sense of safety you have not felt in a long time. They do not paint illusions. They outline what is possible, step by step. Trust your intuition. When you encounter this energy, your first instinct will be correct. It will tell you that you are being guided with care and responsibility. The next card reinforcing this message is the Ace of Pentacles. This confirms that what we are discussing will not remain only spiritual. It will take form in real life. The Ace of Pentacles represents a solid beginning, a foundational opportunity that creates lasting stability and security. In matters involving systems or procedures, this card points to tangible outcomes: a fair agreement, a return, a door once closed, now opening. Through this, you begin rebuilding your future with certainty, no longer haunted by prolonged instability. The Ace of Pentacles is like a precious seed placed into soil, already cleared by truth and justice. When the foundation is set correctly, what grows afterward is steady and enduring. This card marks the end of scarcity and the beginning of a cycle where your efforts finally bear fruit. You will feel the relief of knowing what is yours is protected and order is being restored. Do not underestimate the power of this beginning. Sometimes the greatest changes arrive quietly, simple, but profoundly right. This is a gift from the universe, delivered through human hands, through those who understand how the world works and can apply deeper principles within it. Your only task is to allow yourself to receive, because the greatest barrier was never that help didn't come. It was the belief that you did not deserve it. As I look at the reading as a whole, I feel fresh air moving in. The change ahead may take you beyond what feels familiar, but this is a liberating shift, not a threatening one. The final card that completes this energetic circle is a symbol of creation, and the message here is very clear. You already have the tools, you have the intelligence, you have the lived experience to turn challenge into a turning point. The support arriving now is the catalyst that helps unlock your full potential in the most beneficial direction possible. What once felt heavy will be transformed. What once kept you awake at night will now be reviewed with clarity and strategy. Today's tarot says this gently but firmly. It is time to stop torturing yourself with imagined worst-case scenarios. The solution has arrived, and it is cleaner, clearer, more humane than anything fear ever painted in your mind. The arrival of this support in Sagittarius life is not random. It is so precisely timed, it is impossible to deny, as if every piece of the past had to wait for this exact moment before it could finally fall into place. The universe is delivering a very clear message. You are not alone. And justice, even when it arrives later than expected, always arrives at the most decisive moment. Sometimes the waiting is not meant to test your patience. It exists to ensure that when the solution comes, it is strong enough to close a chapter completely without aftershocks. And that is exactly what Sagittarius is about to experience. A clean resolution, a definitive release, one that allows you to close this heavy phase and step into a journey that feels lighter, brighter, and more aligned. The resonance between sharp intelligence, restored faith, and decisive action creates a powerful shield around you. This combination is rare, especially in situations involving systems, paperwork, or environments that once placed you at a disadvantage. This energy does not only move you forward, it protects you from traps, from ambiguity, from hidden agendas that could appear along the way. Take a moment now and imagine the feeling of receiving the news you have been waiting for. Feel the relief slowly spreading through your chest. Your body softens, your shoulders drop, your mind stops chasing negative outcomes. This is not fantasy. This is the emotional frequency you are meant to cultivate now, because it aligns you with the positive result already forming. Remember this: time in tarot is flexible. What is revealed here can manifest much faster when you remain grounded and internally steady. Do not allow external doubt or other people's pessimism to disturb your energy field. No one understands your journey better than you do, and no one sees the full picture more clearly than the universe itself. This intelligent support will see your truth fully, and they will stand with it. Between you and them, there will be an understanding that needs very little explanation. You will feel, finally, that someone truly reads your situation, without distortion, without suspicion. This is a karmically positive connection, a shared effort to restore balance where it was once disrupted. Deep down, Sagittarius knows they deserve peace. They deserve to live without constant vigilance. Life is offering you a chance to reclaim your agency, to stand firm in adversity with the right support, instead of continuing to carry everything alone. So do not avoid calls. Do not ignore messages out of fear of bad news. What is coming is liberating, not threatening. The universe is encouraging you to face and resolve. You are protected now. Even those who once opposed you or made things difficult will be forced to step back. When truth is placed where it belongs, ambiguity will no longer survive. What was hidden will be revealed clearly, undeniably. This is a reminder that there are very human angels walking among us, ready to help when we are humble enough to receive it. The cards also hint at how this connection may unfold, perhaps through a casual introduction, a mutual contact, or a moment that feels random but proves decisive. What matters is not the circumstance, It is the certainty you will feel from the very first interaction, the quiet knowing that everything will be okay. Pay attention to repeating signs, subtle suggestions that keep drawing your attention. Do not dismiss intuitive nudges to act. Sometimes, liberation rests inside a decision that seems small. I also sense that this shift will deeply cleanse your living environment and family dynamics. When the root of the issue is resolved, accumulated tension dissolves, harmony returns. The simple, sincere moments Sagittarius values will appear more often. It is remarkable how the right intervention can ripple outward, not only transforming one life, but lightening the emotional load of everyone connected to it. When this happens, honor it. Cultivate gratitude, because gratitude opens doors to further abundance and stability. After everything, you will realize you are no longer the same person. You will understand your rights more clearly. You will know how to protect yourself, and you will recognize the power of acting at the right time. This experience, though not easy, becomes the foundation of lasting maturity and inner strength. Looking back, you will see someone who moved through the storm with greater clarity and confidence, and you will remember that at the critical moment, a hand reached out, steady, precise, and supportive. This is living proof that justice is not just an idea. It is a current, actively moving through real life. Decisive energy is very close now. Things will move faster than you expect. Pieces will fall into place naturally. Your task at this moment is simple. Hold your vision, trust the process, and allow skilled hands to complete their work. When you do, the path ahead will open more clearly than ever before. Do not allow doubts or unfounded fears to slip in at this moment. What matters most right now is that you learn to trust the process and trust the person the universe has carefully arranged to walk alongside you. As I deliver this message, I feel a deep warmth and a strong sense of understanding, because Sagittarius has been holding themselves together for far too long without saying a word. And you truly need to hear this. Your feelings are valid. You are not imagining things. When you believe there is still a way out, you are not wrong for feeling that you deserve fairness and kindness. Your intuition has never betrayed you. You were only forced to doubt yourself because of circumstances that dragged on for too long. Now, the tarot confirms this clearly. What you have been sensing all along is true. Justice is moving, support is forming, and once this current begins to flow, it cannot be reversed. So prepare yourself seriously. Organize your thoughts. Review the information. Be ready to speak your truth with calm and clarity. This time, you will not be speaking into emptiness. You will no longer feel ignored or dismissed. What you say will be heard, considered, and given real weight. This experience will also teach you a crucial lesson about setting personal boundaries. Moving forward, Sagittarius often chooses to overlook small things to keep the peace, or tells themselves they can endure just a little longer. But this journey will show you that setting limits is not selfish. It is self-respect. The intelligent energy you are encountering reflects something important back to you. People can be fair and compassionate while still being clear and firm. You will learn how to say no without guilt, and how to reclaim what is yours with legitimacy and dignity. This lesson reaches far beyond one specific situation. It will follow you into every area of life. You are becoming someone who directs their own path, acting from confidence, not reacting from fear. Take a moment now, breathe deeply. Let these words settle into your subconscious. They are helping realign your core beliefs and opening the door to inner victory. The fact that you are hearing this is not accidental. On a deeper level, your soul knows it is time to release long-standing stagnant energy. You deserve a life of harmony and peace, and the universe is actively arranging for that to become real. Trust divine timing. There are phases when all we see is chaos and label everything as negative, when in truth, it is quietly guiding us to a better position. What you are experiencing now is not an obstacle. It is the path that reveals your hidden strength and connects you with the right people, those you might never have met. Without this circumstance, the spread is opening. Very powerful energy combinations that clearly work in your favor when truth, faith, action, and outcome stand on the same side. No negative force can tip the scales. You are truly in a protected space. Allow yourself to feel that safety. The support you are receiving comes not only from people, but from subtler layers of guidance. This is a precise coordination between personal will and a greater order, designed to create the best possible result. So soften your worry and let certainty gradually spread within you. In the coming period, pay attention to dreams and fleeting intuitive impressions. Your intuition will be sharper than usual. You may sense the right direction before events fully unfold. Do not dismiss the inner nudge to act, whether it is a call, a meeting, or a small decision. If you feel the need to step forward proactively, do so. Your inner guidance is directly connected to a deeper intelligence, and it does not lead you astray. This is a pivotal phase. Important elements are taking shape now. Standing still is no longer the right option. It is time to move with inspiration and clear confidence. Remember this: when justice begins to flow, material energy often follows. As blockages are removed, financial flow and life opportunities begin to move again, like a dam being lifted, allowing abundance to return naturally. This positive effect will ripple through many areas of your life. So, practice gratitude, starting now, not because everything is finished, but because you know it is being resolved. Gratitude is the highest state of receiving. Even situations that seemed closed or hopeless, the cards show there is still potential for a new path through a different perspective or a more aligned resource. Do not give up before speaking with someone who can see solutions where others see only dead ends. Trust that what humans call impossible is often just a transition within a greater order. Keep your energy focused. Avoid unnecessary conflict. Direct your attention toward the outcome you desire. Energy flows where attention goes, so guide it toward resolution, peace, and the relief waiting ahead. Visualize the moment everything is confirmed. Visualize the calm when all is signed and complete. Those images already exist on a deeper level, waiting for you to connect through steady faith. Do not allow fear to steal your present peace. You are strong, you are clear-minded, and you are surrounded by an unseen protection, guiding you safely through this phase. A protective energy is being activated around Sagittarius now. It perfectly complements the practical protection being built for you by this intelligent support. Understand this clearly. In the physical world, challenges are resolved through strategy, knowledge, and lawful action. On deeper levels, they are resolved through faith, inner steadiness, and a stable spiritual frequency. And you are doing this well. Your choice to move towards solutions instead of resentment, it has created a favorable energetic field. I feel the presence of ancestral currents in this spread, as if an invisible force is quietly arranging for you to meet the right person at the right time. This support is not accidental. Some protections exist beyond logic, and they activate exactly when you need them most. Sometimes help arrives through meetings that seem coincidental, but are actually the result of a delicate sequence of arrangements. This companion will feel a strong resonance with your situation, not only professionally, but because they see your light. Even when you doubted yourself, that empathy forms the foundation of genuine trust. something no cold argument can replace. As I tune into the intelligent energy representing this person, I sense a rare analytical sharpness. They notice details others overlook, and those small details are the very keys that shift the entire situation. Where others see a dead end, they recognize a lawful opening, a forgotten precedent, or an argument strong enough to change the entire outcome. Their intelligence is like a precision instrument, cutting cleanly through chaos, separating truth from distortion. Over this past period, you have been surrounded by too much noise, misleading information, half-truths, and agendas driven by other people's self-interest. But that phase is coming to an end. The light of clarity is now strong enough that nothing can remain hidden. Those who acted dishonestly will face the consequences of their own actions. You do not need to pity them. You do not need to worry for them. Life has its own way of restoring balance. What you should pay attention to now is your body. You may notice a gradual sense of relief, as if a long-held pressure is finally being released. This is a clear sign that the energy is shifting in your favor. Allow yourself to rest, sleep deeply, take better care of your body. This cleansing is not happening only in your mind. It is happening physically as well. Healing is unfolding on every level, preparing you to step into a more stable and expansive cycle. Do not be surprised if emotions rise suddenly, if your eyes well up, or tears come without warning. This is not weakness, it is release. It is the body recognizing that you have passed the most dangerous part of the journey. Your connection with this supportive force will feel natural, almost effortless. It may feel as though you speak the same language, even when the concepts themselves are complex. They will explain everything clearly, step by step, with patience and respect. This is not someone who shows off their knowledge. This is someone who understands that real intelligence is always paired with humility and a genuine desire to serve. They are fully aware that behind every document, every case, every situation, there is a human being carrying real pressure and real hopes. Because of that, they handle matters with care and humanity. At some point in conversation, they may offer advice that goes beyond the task at hand, touching something deeper in your life. Listen carefully. Sometimes the most important messages arrive through people who appear very ordinary. The energy of trust and hope continues to expand. This tells me that the decision ahead will not only resolve one issue, it will open paths you had never imagined before. As barriers dissolve, you may begin to envision a broader reality, one with more choices and greater freedom in how you live. What is restored may allow you to build a new direction, return to a dream that was once postponed, or simply give you the security to focus on what truly matters. Do not limit your vision. What is arriving is expansive, not restrictive. Justice being served does not merely return you to where you were. It moves you forward, as if you have passed a major test of faith and character. And now the reward is not only a tangible outcome, but a more mature version of yourself. You held your dignity under pressure. That matters more than you realize. This experience will also shape you into a source of strength for others in the future. What you have learned may one day become the guidance someone else desperately needs. No pain is wasted when it transforms into understanding and the ability to support. I also sense that opposing energy is weakening. Anything built on dishonesty or selfish intent cannot last. When you stand firmly in truth and integrity, everything else loses its power. You do not need to fight anyone. Simply focus on your life, because peace and happiness are the greatest victory. This supportive force is also a careful strategist, someone who knows when to act and when to wait. Trust the rhythm of the process. Even during moments of silence, important work is happening quietly. What is unfolding behind the scenes is laying the foundation for the solid result that lies ahead. You are not abandoned on this journey. Everything is being prepared carefully so that when the door finally opens, you can walk through it with calm and solid ground beneath your feet. The silence of your guide is never stillness. It is focus. It is preparation. The moment before everything is placed exactly where it belongs. For Sagittarius, these quiet spaces are not meant to make you worry. They are here so you can strengthen your faith. Continue visualizing the final outcome and keep nurturing gratitude. You are not alone in this process. You are part of a delicate coordination where your belief and timely action create a resonance strong enough to shift reality itself. I see the signing of documents as a deeply symbolic ritual, not just paperwork, but a moment that closes one chapter and opens an entirely new cycle. As you hold the pen, allow yourself to feel the weight of what you are leaving behind, and at the same time, the lightness of the path opening ahead. This is the moment you consciously choose freedom and peace of mind. You sign with clarity and confidence, knowing you are acting for the long-term good of yourself and those you love. These documents carry more than legal value. They represent the moment you step out of a passive role and become the one who directs your own path. Trust, however, does not mean surrendering responsibility. Reading carefully, understanding fully, and owning each decision is how you maintain your personal power. Knowledge is strength, and through this process, you are reclaiming that strength, piece by piece. You are no longer being carried by circumstances. You are the center of your own story, someone capable of shaping the future through awareness and conscious choice. The energy of abundance begins to spread. Even before material results appear clearly, you can sense it in small but consistent shifts. Things begin to flow more easily. Obstacles that once drained you start dissolving naturally, as if an invisible order has been issued to release the blockages in your life. These signs may appear in ordinary moments, yet their message is unmistakable. You are on the right path. Honor every small step forward. Each time you acknowledge something positive, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude is not a formality. It is an inner state that expands your capacity to welcome greater blessings. The support appearing in this journey does more than solve a single issue. It helps heal your trust in systems and structures that once disappointed you. You begin to see that integrity still exists, that there are people who genuinely believe in fairness and devote themselves to protecting it. This reconciliation with the outer world is essential for inner peace. When you stop viewing every system through extreme suspicion, you free yourself from long-held bitterness. Witnessing the transparency and dedication of this ally allows you to move forward feeling safer, knowing protective structures are still in place. I also sense this transformation rippling outward to those closest to you. As you stabilize, they feel relief as well. Your calm and confidence become emotional anchors for your family, helping them trust in what lies ahead. Do not feel guilty for investing time and energy into resolving your situation. This is not selfishness. It is protection of the foundation. When you stand steady, everything connected to you becomes more stable too. This is an act of long-term love, and the universe always recognizes such choices. In moments of doubt, remember the symbol of creation revealed in the reading. You lack nothing. You have the tools, the understanding, the support, and the right timing. Fear is only an illusion that appears when you stand before major change. It does not get to decide for you. You have seen the light at the end of the path. You will not stop now. Keep moving forward steadily, balancing practical action with deep inner trust. The messages ahead will be clear, transparent, affirming. No hidden clauses, no ambiguity. Everything will come into the light, and that clarity will bring the peace you have been missing for so long. When you know where you stand and where you are going, the mind is freed from endless speculation. Sleepless nights begin to fade. The moment when order is restored is very close. Energetically, it is already here. Linear time simply needs to catch up. I see a quiet celebration, simple yet sincere, real smiles, warm embraces, a lightness filling the space. This is true victory, not loud, not performative, just life returning to its natural rhythm. Hold this image in your mind. It is the inevitable outcome of this journey. What is arranged on a deeper level cannot be taken away by surface circumstances. Now, what matters most is remaining composed and following guidance with care. The process is unfolding correctly. Be patient, be thoughtful, be honest with yourself. Truth is the strongest protection there is. When you stand on that foundation, there is no need to argue or over-explain. Your victory comes from clarity, integrity, and steady persistence. The dignity and integrity Sagittarius has upheld throughout this journey have not gone unnoticed. Not a single tear was wasted, not a single restless night forgotten. The greater order of the universe records what is endured in silence, and when the timing is right, everything is returned in a higher form: peace, justice, and genuine joy. As I observe the energy of the support figure appearing in this reading, I clearly sense a presence of flexible intelligence, sharp communication, and refined strategic thinking. These qualities allow them to see the full picture without getting trapped in minor details. At the same time, there is a very solid and practical foundation in the way they act, grounded enough to turn plans into real, tangible results. This is a precise balance between thought and action, between vision and feasibility, perfectly arranged for your situation. Nothing in this process is random. Every element has been carefully considered to serve the highest good of Sagittarius. When the right person appears, with exactly the qualities you need, this is not simple luck. It is alignment that has been prepared long in advance. Meeting this source of support is confirmation that you are on the right path, even during moments when you once doubted yourself. As the reading continues to unfold, I feel the weight in your energy field beginning to lift. You may notice it in your body, your breath becoming deeper, your heartbeat more steady, your mind no longer pulled into negative scenarios. This feeling does not come from vague hope. It comes from certainty, slowly taking shape. Victory is no longer a distant possibility. It is becoming a very near reality. Allow that certainty to sink into you. Do not let any voice, whether from the outside or from old inner doubts, make you forget your own worth. You deserve fair treatment. You deserve freedom. You deserve happiness. No circumstance has the right to take that away from you. This process is also closing old bindings that no longer serve you. When a conflict is resolved completely, the energetic ties holding you to the past are released as well. This separation is necessary, not to deny what happened, but so you can move forward without carrying yesterday's weight. From here on, your journey becomes lighter and clearer. This transformation is a rebirth. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from a higher place, with experience and deeper understanding of yourself. And in this new beginning, you are not alone. You will recognize solid allies around you, people ready to support you when needed, both in the physical world and on a deeper level. I want you to imagine the moment you receive the final file, the document that marks the complete closure of this chapter. Picture your hand holding it, to feel the relief spreading through your body and the gratitude rising naturally. That is the moment you acknowledge yourself for not giving up, for staying true to the path of truth. This moment is sacred. It marks the reclaiming of sovereignty over your life. From that clean and solid foundation, you can build whatever you desire. No more foundations eroded by fear or injustice. Only clarity, transparency, and rightful victory. Do not hesitate to speak about material value, about your rights, about what you truly deserve. spirituality and real life are not in opposition. They are meant to walk together. You deserve sufficient resources to live fully, to care for those you love, and to enjoy the results of your efforts. This support figure understands that deeply and will do what is necessary to ensure outcomes that are fair and proportional. Do not accept anything below your true value. When you expand your understanding of abundance, you allow the universe to bring more. The difficult phase has passed. You are entering an expansion cycle where growth begins to unfold in a positive and stable direction. Remember, everything in nature moves in rhythm. When you stop resisting the current and begin cooperating with it, things become easier. Acceptance is not giving up. It is conscious trust. In the process unfolding, along this path, you will discover inner strengths you did not know you had. You will find yourself calmer under pressure, clearer in decisions, and steadier in the face of challenges. This is one of the deepest gifts this experience brings. You will emerge from this phase with strengthened self-respect and lasting confidence. You will no longer doubt your ability to face life because you have witnessed yourself overcoming a major challenge with integrity and consistency. This support will remain with you until everything is complete. Their dedication is not temporary. It is steady from beginning to end. Honor this collaboration and respond with transparency, honesty, and close cooperation. This will become a model for how you build strong relationships. In the future, you will also notice a clear shift in your family atmosphere and living space. What once felt heavy will grow lighter. What once held tense silence will slowly welcome laughter and warmth. As stagnant energy is released, your environment is renewed as well. Organizing your living space, sorting documents, and removing what is no longer needed will strongly support this process. When you clear the outer space, you also clarify the inner one. Every small action matters. All of them are moving toward one shared goal: lasting peace, freedom, and sustainable prosperity. Begin by preparing your living space, not because you are waiting for a specific message, but because the act itself tells the universe that you are ready to receive good things. Clean your home as a ritual of welcoming relief, and at the same time, prepare your heart to receive joy, because I feel very clearly that a sense of safety is slowly surrounding you, as if the universe is whispering that everything will be okay, that you can stop tightening your grip on every detail, and finally allow yourself to rest. You have done your part. You searched for solutions. You found the courage to ask for support. You prayed in your own way, and you held on to faith, even when nothing was clear yet. For Sagittarius, this is not easy. You are used to moving forward on your own, figuring things out on your own, carrying the weight by yourself. But the deeper lesson of this phase is learning to trust that not every path needs to be carved alone. Now, the rest is no longer in your hands. It has been entrusted to a greater order of the universe and to the wise representative handling your situation in the physical world. You do not need to keep living in a state of tension and waiting. Life is still happening, and your joy should not be suspended, because one chapter is not fully closed yet. So keep living, keep loving, keep nourishing the things that warm your heart. Stay connected to the habits, passions, and relationships that make you feel alive. When you do that, you are telling the universe that worry does not get to dominate your life. That is true freedom. Knowing there is protection quietly at work. Knowing you are allowed to sleep at night. Allowed to soften your mind. Allowed to trust that things are being handled properly. When you release the need to control every small outcome, you create space for the universe to work with its full power. Imagine setting down a heavy backpack you have been carrying for far too long. A backpack filled with worry, responsibility, unlived scenarios, and fear of loss. When you place it on the ground, your shoulders relax, your spine straightens, your breath deepens. That is the feeling of freedom approaching. When the final confirmation arrives, what you feel will not be just relief. It will be a deeper kind of freedom, the freedom of closing a difficult chapter with dignity, clarity, and victory. The support figure who appears in this journey is not only a problem solver, they are a mirror, showing you that justice still exists, and that you are fully worthy of it. Through this intervention, Sagittarius heals their relationship with power and authority. You begin to understand that true power is not about domination, but about clarity, honesty, and integrity. It is precisely because you held those values during hardship that the door to your reward is now opening. Nothing here is accidental. Every meeting, every form of support, was arranged to manifest at the exact right moment. This cycle is reaching true completion. The lessons you learned are not lost. They are integrated, becoming wisdom. You are stepping out of this phase, more mature, more aware, more grounded. Your graduation certificate is not a title. It is fair recognition, a just agreement, a transparent outcome you will soon hold in your hands. You were never truly alone. Visible and invisible protection has always walked beside you. When you vibrate at the frequency of trust and gratitude, nothing negative can attach itself for long. Your truth is already light, and light does not need to argue or explain itself to exist. Keep holding your vision. Nurture hope, not through urgency, but through trust. The universe reflects what you carry within, and you carry the capacity for love, compassion, and long-term vision. Those very qualities are now returning to you as blessings and restored order. As this reading comes to a close, I feel peace replacing pressure. The energy is no longer heavy. It is fluid, moving, clear. This is the energy of forward motion, of a current flowing freely once again. Sagittarius now stands before a wide open road. What once caused worry will become a story of the past, a marker proving that you can move through adversity without losing yourself. You will look back on this time with pride, not because it was difficult, but because of how you faced it. Remember this: life always brings cycles of challenge, but it also always offers us the chance to rise with stronger light. You were not born to live in lack or constant unease. You were born to expand, to be free, and to live in alignment with your true value. Do not accept anything smaller than what you deserve. Do not diminish yourself for temporary peace. When you accept the right support, you are not becoming weaker. You are becoming wiser. Your soul already knows this situation is being resolved. Listen to the peace slowly returning within you, and let it guide you through the final steps. Before closing this message, I want to remind you of something important. Our connection does not come from words. It comes from resonance. If you felt the truth in what you just heard, if you are ready to receive the justice and positive outcomes approaching, allow yourself to acknowledge that with a small act of recognition. And if you choose to continue walking with guidance and insight like this, staying connected helps you not miss the next important phases of your growth. We do not walk alone, and growth is always gentler, with the right guidance at the right time. May you move forward with peace, clarity, and quiet confidence. Justice, order, and light are standing with you. I will meet you again on the next stretch of the road, where you step into a freer, stronger version of yourself.